All right. Okay, so the survival stuff, your priority work, once you read this, you know, fire starting, the survival skills that you would need to know how to, how to make a fire out of nothing, with sticks stuff. Again, never once in my entire life have I had to depend upon, in the military, lighting a fire for survival, because technically, in the military, we would never. In the units I was in, we never did that, because you're not going to have a fire. Hey enemy, we're right here. Smoke, fire, light, ooh, fire. Anyway, so prioritize your learning. One of the most important skills, of course, as a airman or soldier, Marine, hoorah, sorry, Navy, sailor, whatever you're gonna do, you need to make sure that you understand land navigation. Land navigation is this book has a lot of good stuff about land navigation. GPS is great. GPS only came in towards the end of my career. However, land navigation, you got to understand how to take a map. You need to understand orientation. You need to understand how to look at a map and read, depending upon the specialty that you're in. You're infantry, or if you're rescue, or if you're paramedic, or if you're combat lifesaver, right? If whatever you're doing, you got to understand, for example, if I'm a combat lifesaver, and it's my job to be a team leader to support an infantry team, and we jump in one minor terrain feature or behind, we jump together with the unit, and then we support them one minor terrain feature behind as the infantry is moving to E&E, movement to contact, basically, find the enemy. You have to navigate and be able to understand and orient and know where you're at. Getting lost in the field is so easy. You got to understand the sun, the moon, the stars, moonlight, how to take advantage of like moonlight and the hills and the crests and the shadows and contour lines and on the map and what they all mean, and close contour lines, what they mean, and far contour lines, what they mean, and vegetation and the colors of the map and all that stuff. That's got to be secondhand nature. And then, because land navigation, regardless of today's fancy GPS and all that stuff, you have to have the basic orientation. A couple instances in my career, I really wished, I think I was good with land navigation, but there's a couple instances where make sure wherever you're at, you take an understanding of where you're at, what's around you, what are avenues, for example, of approach, what are avenues of escape, where you're at situationally comparative to if you're, for example, if you're a combat rescue, where your forces are, what are avenues that are best to get to your force, and so forth. So land navigation, it's key. I'll try to go into more further, but first, before we do that, you need to get yourself this book. If you can, they're running out as far as this version. Pretty high demand book. So anyway, yeah, land navigation, very important. Get it, find it, do it. Okay. As well. All right, so that's enough of this book. I'm going to go over a couple things with the LCE. Because let me tell you, your equipment is your key to survival in any situation. Very important, and without good proper setup, it's really going to inhibit your ability to live and survive in the woods. I can't even think. Blah blah. It's getting cold. I'm sorry.